let's move on to the next session presented by Franziska Divis. She works as a Consumer Market Director Germany and Business Innovator for Intel. And she has almost 20 years of IT sales and marketing experience working for Intel, and will give us some insight on how to thrive in the IT industry, lady style. So I'm very looking forward to it. Franziska, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction. So I work for the best IT company on the planet. I work for Intel. And actually, I've been working in the retail world for the past 10 years, before I started in marketing. And I've been working for our country CEO, and I really love that job. Although it's a pretty male-focused business, but still, it's passion and it's fun every day. But I not only love my job, I also love my family. I have a daughter, she's 8 years old. And guess what? She wants to be an Intel manager one day. So I'm like, OK, you can be that. That's a good goal to have. But you just need to do your math homework if you ever want to be an Intel manager. So that's a very good excuse as well. And last but not least, I also have founded my own startup business last year. So basically, I founded a startup that's concentrating on the B2B networking events. But let's focus on what I came here to talk to you about today, how to thrive in the IT business, lady style. And let's focus on one of the things here. One important message I really want to share with you, and that is you need to trust your strength no matter what. And that goes for everybody. Believe in your strength, but at the same time, also allow the flexibility that's needed. What I mean by that, let me talk about it. Let me start with empathy. Empathy, arguably a strength of women. Even Cambridge University has made a scientific study to say women are more strong on empathy and they're more empathic than men. Yes, that's helpful. That's a helpful skill set. But important is that you leverage your own individual skill set. And it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. Just trust yourself and build on your strength. I also want to share one very personal example on that one. A couple of years ago, I was managing a team that was very unbalanced in diversity. What do I mean by that? This is not man versus woman. This is really about the entire diversity setup. So basically, I had a team that was pretty much built on the same strength, the same areas of expertise. So I was really missing something. I was missing the colorful discussions. I was missing the nice dialogue we had. I was missing the creativity. Yes, we did our work, and it was very successful. But still, I was missing the one thing, and that was the diversity in the team that actually would make it happen, that we would be more efficient, we would be more innovative, and we would be able to deliver business results. Another important aspect of diversity is also to be able to read people. And I think everybody can ask themselves the question, am I reading the people enough? Am I allocating the right time to actually see who is sitting in front of me, whom I am engaging with? And this can be a personal conversation. That can also be a business conversation. That can be in a project team meeting. That can also be in a management meeting. You just need to take the time to look at your opponent and have a look how they react. And you have to start reading what this other person wants. You need to see what this other person is interested in. Only that will unlock the potential in the other person. And this will also get you on a different stage. And you will be all of a sudden be able to work on eye level together. Again, you need to be a versatile person. And that's very important. Versatility is key to unlock potential that otherwise wouldn't be possible. Only then you will be able to respond to customer needs, opinion, wishes, and deliver what the expectations are. Also, I want to give you one of the examples of where I actually learned how to read and how to communicate on eye level. And that was basically a couple of years back. I had to sell a couple of Intel units to a buyer that I didn't know. So what did I do? I prepared myself for the work. I said, OK, I'm going to meet that person. I don't know that person. What do? I did research, and I found out this person is a very analytical guy. At the same time, this person also is an amiable guy. Amiable meaning that he wants to set a foundation, like a layer of trust before he dives into business conversations. OK, so I said, great, I know that person. And I also found out one important thing. He was a passionate watch lover. He had this passion about watches. He was collecting watches. And I said, OK. So I went in front of the computer in preparation for the meeting. I read up on watches. I read up on what's the latest watches that I need to be able to talk about. I read up on what's the latest watch fair, what's going on in the watch market, what are the collectible items. And then, well, you probably ask yourself, did I like watches? No, really, in all honesty. But again, I wanted to give my person that I wanted to talk to the courtesy of being able to talk, at least on a high level, at this passionate item of his. So the meeting came, went into the meeting, and of course, we started a very nice conversation. And eventually, we talked about watches. I was able to answer some questions, and we had a very nice dialogue. And this person really appreciated that I took the time to apparently talk about his passion point. And from there, we went into a sales conversation. And since then, basically, that was really a great start of the relationship that we had ever since. And if you're asking yourself, did she close the sales deal? Yep, I did. I did. And that was just purely because of proper preparation, of acting on eye level, and just making the other on eye level and being there for that person. Just talking again about versatility, this is really the point that I really want to stress here. You need to also be creative in terms of how you discuss things. And you may have to switch yourself in how you're approaching a certain meeting. And that means you have to be versatile. So maybe you're sitting next time in front of the non-analytical guy. So you need to adjust your style. You cannot just go in and say, OK, this is me, and you have to accept what I am. No, you just have to read the other person and see how you can create that relationship in order to thrive. Remember, I started that presentation with the one most important message I wanted to give to you, and that is trust your own strength. At the same time, also, you need to go for diversity. And a lot of people always say, well, diversity, male, female, yes, that's the most important thing. It's not. Diversity comes in a multitude of approaches. Diversity, for example, means age. Can also be business seniority, meaning this is a new hire versus a senior experienced person. This can be people from diverse backgrounds, sales, marketing, engineering side. You need to bring them together to have a meaningful conversation. At the same time, you can also look into introverts versus extroverts. You need both on the team in order to be successful. And also, in your diverse teams, you need hunters and farmers. Only that kind of mix makes a difference for you and your team, because only then that you are at your best. And I don't only mean that this only works for if you're a manager and you're having a team that performs for you and with you. No, I really mean that for every kind of project session, for any kind of business topic that you're discussing. Just look for diversity in your entire team that is working on a specific area, because only then you get the best out as an outcome, because you get different perspectives, different opinions, different messages. You hear from everybody, and you can bring it all together and say, OK, only based on that, I was able to achieve that business goal. If you're staying too much with the same people that are maybe exactly like you or your aspiration, I think this is really too short in your thinking. So just make sure you focus on diversity in all facets. Because only then you can also listen and learn from them. And with that, you will be able to thrive in the IT industry, lady style. Thank you.